Hello and welcome. I'm Arathix, and this week I've been working on putting back together as many minifigures from past sets that I've owned as I can, and just collecting all of the loose minifigures that I have that aren't contained in any sets. So I've managed to put together these two base plates so far. This is an ongoing process. I've still got this entire box of pieces, minifigure parts to extract parts from. I've got over here my box of heads, somewhat organized into different sections. Then you've got adventure minifigure pieces, the western minifigure pieces, what's the ninja, forestman, knight's castle. There's a few mixed. It's all medieval sort of style in that one tub, but trying to put as many back together as I can. So far I have put my Marvel minifigures right here on the left. Starting with the left hand side, the leftmost row is Marvel Heroes. So we have our Mark 50, Mark 25, and our Mark 85. We have our Beast from the CMF series, the Wasp, Goliath from the CMF series, Punisher, a Deadpool, which I think might be a custom fig. I bought that one at a convention. Then Ghost Rider, Wong, Spider-Man 2099, Echo. I think that's actually Ben Reilly's outfit with the blue jacket. I'm going to have to check that. Then we have Peter Parker and Werewolf and Falcon at the back there. The next row over is a rather sad looking one. It's my Marvel villains. As I've said in previous videos, I am lacking a little bit in the villain department. So it is just Carnage and Venom. They are included already in the display, and because it's not a massive display and they would be right next to each other, I decided not to include another Venom and Carnage. Then we have Gwen Stacy. This is Marvel civilians, not heroes, your average humans. So you've got Gwen Stacy, Nick Fury, Black Widow. Then we've got our two S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, Alexander Pierce, I believe, is his name. Then Pepper Potts, the Doctor. I can't quite remember her name. I think it might be Wendy, but she makes the body of Vision. And then Kevin Feige at the back, who probably should be included in the mock somewhere. So I think after this video, I'm going to go place him somewhere in the display. Moving on from there, you have our Star Wars section, which, as you can see, is the biggest section so far. I collected a lot of Star Wars Lego growing up, so I have quite a lot of it. This isn't even all the Star Wars minifigures. There's more with the sets that I have on display inside. So I have over here 3 whole rows of clone troopers. Starting with our phase 1s, we have a Captain Rex, 2 gunners from the old school battle packs. I can't remember what battalion these guys are with. I will look it up when I edit this video and pop it on the screen. But I really like the green design on these ones, so I bought quite a few of them. And then we have our ARF troopers at the back. In the next row, you can see I have quite a lot of the orange bomb squad troopers. That was a battle pack that came out when I had money, when I actually had a part-time job back in school. And at the back we have one of those blue clone troopers. I can't remember what set that is, but I really do like the printing on the helmet for that one. Not that I don't also enjoy the old school Clone Wars era clones. Then we have our phase 2s. Starting with the 501st Battalion. I think I have, what's that, six of those. And then 2 of the jetpack troopers. 2, again, we'll pop it up on the screen. I think they're Commander Cody's battalion, the orange ones. And I have 2 of those and 2 of the airborne troopers. And then the red ARF troopers at the back. They came, I believe, in a battle pack with ARC troopers, which I painted and have upstairs, and I was not the best painter when I painted them as a teenager, so they don't look the greatest, but I might feature them in a future video if anyone's interested, or in a full collection video, which might be good if I can pull all of my minifigures together in one place, and just look over everything that I have, maybe highlight some of my favorites. The next row over is prequel trilogy characters, Clone Wars characters. I can't remember the name of this Jedi off the top of my head. And then we have 2 Gungans as well. I have 7 Stormtroopers. Most of them are the same ones, but there is 1 or 2 which are a different version, an earlier printing of the Stormtrooper helmets. We have our Imperial Officer, an old school Chewbacca, Imperial Pilot, Boba Fett, a AT-AT pilot, Rebel pilot, Snowtrooper, and then Bosk at the back there. The next column over I designated for sequel trilogy and miscellaneous Star Wars figures. So we've got our old Han at the front. We've got a couple of the Mandalorians from the Mandalorian Battle Pack. We've got, Imperial officers from the First Order pilots. We have Rio from Han Solo movie. And then just a couple more of those Mandalorian Battle Pack minifigures. Then the last Star Wars row is for Old Republic minifigures. So we have our Sith Troopers. I have 4 of those. I do have a helmet for another one, if I can find the body for that. Then we have 2 Republic Troopers and an Ithorian Jedi at the back there as well. Moving on from Star Wars, I have the very few Ninjago minifigures that I own. I do want to get quite a lot more Ninjago. I do really enjoy the theme. It's just all of my money went on Star Wars Lego when I was growing up. So when Ninjago came out, it was competing against my growing interest in things like UCS sets and collecting lots and lots of clone troopers. So I missed out on a lot of the earlier stuff, but I actually picked up these characters in a charity shop. I saw them in the window and was just like, you know what, why not? There's some cool minifigures. Obviously, we have Kai, Jay, Arian, Master Wu, Lloyd, another Jay, and possibly another Jay, or maybe just... I'm not even sure what set this is from. Like I said, I just bought these minifigures randomly in a charity shop. And then our Snake Warriors, so that they have someone to beat up. Moving on, then we have our miscellaneous minifigures. So this is from the Extreme Stunts theme, but also a character originally from Lego Island, the PC game. So this is my row of miscellaneous minifigures that I didn't really know where to put. I was kind of running out of space to separate by theme, so I was just stuck all of these ones here. But this is Pepper from the Lego Island games, or in this particular figures from the Extreme Stunts theme. Really enjoy having one of those. We have an old school Lego Santa without the new molded Santa hat, just a really standard Santa minifigure. Had him for quite a few years. Usually put him on the Christmas tree every year. Then we have 2 of these race minifigures back here. We have the Blue Shark guy and the Red Scorpion dude. They are from a rather niche, I would say, race theme, but I quite enjoyed them. I think there was another PC game that featured the cars that these guys drive. Then we have our CMF mech, a couple of Octan mechanics and pit crew maybe, and then at the end another CMF that I got quite recently actually. Then we have our single Ferrari pit driver guy. We have this guy is I believe his name is Kevin. He's from a stop motion series. If anybody has seen it, it would please me greatly if someone could link me back to it, because I cannot remember what it was called off the top of my head. Same with the guy at the back there. That was a character from that series as well that I made. this is sort of like custom minifigures that I've decided I'm going to keep, rather than try and put them back to what they originally were. And then this is a guy that used to fly in the back of a ship that I made. He was my co-pilot for a while, so kept him around. He isn't much different from the CMF figure that he is based on. I just got rid of the hockey mask for a visor. Then we have this skateboarding kid. Can't remember what set he's from, but I have a skateboarder kid. And then we move on to the older minifigures, our more classic examples. So we have our Johnny Thunder, Lego's resident Indiana Jones, before they had a license to make Indiana Jones Lego. And then we have our Rock Raiders, starting with Jet at the front here. Then we have Sparks and Bandit. I do have Doc somewhere. I cannot find his torso for the life of me. I've looked through this big box of minifigure parts quite a few times and just cannot find it, but I know I had at least 2 of him because I've got 2 of his heads. Then we go to, I believe this is Knight's Kingdom 2. So this was the bad guy. His name was Vladek. He also had one of those big minifigures with the posable arms and legs with the knees and arms and things. And I remember having, I used to have a foam sword of some of the Knight's Kingdom 2 theme, to get from Legoland whenever I'd go there as a kid. And then behind him we have the Knight Danju, the purple knight. I do have a few other colours, but I have only various pieces for them, helmets and chest plates or faces in some cases, but I'm missing lots of different pieces of the rest of them. We have this old school knight from Knight's Kingdom 1. I believe he's one of the Lion Knights. I think they are the Lion Knights. The king has the lion on his shield, so there's that. I cannot find the king's face anywhere, and I cannot find any of the crowns for the king. So I'm kingless at the moment for the medieval theme. Then we have our bad guys from that. The enemy to this guy and his compatriots. I believe this guy was Cedric the Terrible. You have Gilbert the Bad at the back there, and then this middle one was an unnamed bandit. But they are robbers, so they're not an organized force by any means compared to the knights and their castles and stuff. But a worthy adversary, I would say. I really like their dragon helmets and the dragon armor that you used to put on the horses as well. Then we have our Alpha Team. Now this is Dash. He was the leader of Alpha Team. He's got the wrong legs, but I couldn't find his legs anywhere, and I really like Alpha Team as a theme. It was something I enjoyed a lot when I was a kid. So I just wanted to put him back together. And then I have one of Oleg, I think his name is Oleg, the bad guy, one of his minions back there. Then we have our samurai theme, or ninja theme, should I say, but it had samurai in it. With this guy, his helmet is a little bit broken. Can't clip anything into it anymore. These guys have, like all of these minifigures have been through so many boxes. Some of them are going to be scratched. I've been cleaning them as I go, and sometimes I still find more minifigures that are already here, and I'm like, they need more cleaning once they're under a brighter light. So they've been through it. A lot of these Lego, they've been through several houses. Some of these older minifigures moved with me when I lived in a different country for a while. So they've seen some rough days, but I think they're all in still pretty good condition for as far as they can be. And then on the end we have our one completed cavalry from the Fort Legoedo set. I do have a lot of the blue pieces. I can't find their faces, and I'm out of white hands. I don't know where all of my white hands are. They're probably all in these Bob's white minions. So I might just have to order just white hands to complete those, and a couple of the faces, because I want them to have the original faces where possible. Once I've been through all of the minifigures that I have, and put together as many in what they should be back together, then I think I will just make some sort of scrap together ones especially for, like, you know, firemen, or, you know, football players, more emergency services people, you know, just your standard city workers, police officers. If I can't get them perfect, it's not the end of the world. I can just, you know, have lots of minifigures so that when the city itself grows and the different themes start to get their own areas, I'll be able to just take minifigures from this collection and just add them in, populate the city that way. But that's my progress so far. I will be continuing to try and put back together as many as I can. I've got some islanders here to put back together. I've got the Brickster that needs the rest of him. I've got some of the more of the Ferrari pit crew to put back together. Some Alpha Team, which again, it's just their legs, and in some cases their faces, but I do have a couple. There's LEGOExo-Force, which again I have this hairpiece, the purple one, and some others, but we'll get there. But I hope you've enjoyed this video, seeing some of the older themes that I've managed to put together, and the sort of larger collection of Star Wars and Marvel. And please look forward to more of me trying to sort through this box and put back together what I can. And then once that's all done, a full minifigure collection where I pull together as many of my Lego minifigures as I can find, and we'll take a look at everything. But thank you for watching. Stay cool, keep building, and I'll see you next time.